It's the International Soccer Preview. We are Soccerphiles Canada. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the International Soccer Preview by Soccerphiles Canada. I'm Kevin and this is Series 32 on the players of the 2026 World Cup. This episode covers Ghana's players, and we move into Section 3. We're going to start that with a quick review of basically what we did in Section 2, the candidates and their likelihood. That's because we're creating a short version of the mediacast with this, and then we do have some concluding matters after that. So let's go back to the top and begin with the manager. Current manager is Otto Addo. And we'll consider him a definite candidate because it would be a lot to change the manager just before the tournament here. We have, for goalkeepers, two definite candidates, Benjamin Asare and Lawrence Atizigi. And then we have a likely candidate with newcomer Joseph Anang. And we're not going to go into the players below the possible but unlikely level. So really, those are the only three viable candidates at this point. Let's go to defenders and central defenders, where we have a definite candidate in Mohamed Salisu, and then three likely candidates in Alexander Jiku, Jonas Ajeti, and Jerome Opoku, and two possible candidates as well, Razak Simpson and Kojo Opong. Okay, that's central defenders. Over to left back, we have definite candidate Gideon Mensah and a likely candidate in newcomer Ebenezer Annan and a possible candidate in Derek Cohn. For right backs, a definite candidate is Alidou Seydou. He sometimes plays in central defense as well. And a likely candidate with newcomer Caleb Yerenki. We also have possible candidate Tariq Lamptey, maybe a bit more than possible there, but that's where we landed with him. And that's the defense. Let's move on to the midfield, beginning with defensive midfielders. None at the definite or likely level, but we do have three possible candidates here, Salis Abdul Samed and Elisha Ewusu and Ibrahim Sulemana. The more viable candidates, though, are coded as central midfielders, and there we have definite candidate Thomas Partey and two likely candidates, both newcomers, Kwasi Sibo and Abu Francis. There. Up we go to the attacking end of the field and attacking midfielders. For this run through Ghana, we've put Jordan Ayew, captain of the team, as a versatile attacker. He's been playing in various positions, more as a left attacking midfielder or else as a forward, and he's a definite candidate for the squad. For left attackers, we've moved forward Antoine Semenyo here because he's primarily been playing there, but also appears as a forward. He's a definite candidate, Antoine Semenyo. And beyond him, we have likely candidates Kamaldeen Sulemana and Christopher Bonsu Ba. Left attackers. Right attackers, no candidates at the definite level, but Abdul Fattah, sometimes listed as Isahaku there. He's a likely candidate. And we also have possible candidate Joseph Pinksel. And then central attackers, we have a definite candidate in Mohamed Kudus and a possible candidate in Prince Owusu. The forward line tend to move around quite a bit, so we may find them in other positions as well. Let's go to the forwards, and we have no definite candidates there, but two likely candidates, keeping in mind that Jordan Ayew and Antoine Semenyo may also start as forwards. We have likely candidates in Aki Williams and Brandon Thomas Asante. And then at the possible level, we have Jerry Afri there, and that's it. That's what we spent time on introducing them in part 2 or in section 2. And now let's conclude with a little other business in section 3. Big names off the squad. Well, brother of Jordan Ayew, Andre Ayew. We won't go into details on this, but very experienced player for the squad, and last appeared in March of 2024. So he seems to be off the squad there. We also have Daniel Amarte. 55 caps for the national team between 2015 and 2024. Actually, both of those were part of the most recent African Cup that Ghana was in, the 2023 African Cup, played in January 2024. In the case of Daniel Amarte, that was the last appearance for him in that tournament. I forgot to say, I should say for Andre Ayew, that he was with the team from 2007 to 2024 with 120 caps and 24 goals. Wow. The third big name off the team, goalkeeper Richard Ofori. He was with the team from 2015 to 2024 with 33 caps, and he was a starter in the 2023 African Cup. However, that was his last appearance for the squad there. And next, right back, Dennis Odoi. With Ghana from 2022 to 2024. Only actually 14 caps for the team. The reason we have him on the list, I wouldn't call him a big name, but he was a starter in the 2023 African Cup there. So we add those players to the list. And that's true of the next player, Idrisu Baba. Only 29 caps between 2019 and 2024, but also a starter in the 2023 African Cup, even if he did lose his starting position after game 1. Let's go to injuries here, and we begin with Mohamed Salisu, the central defender, out with a cruciate ligament tear since early February and an unknown return date. So that would be a big loss for them. He's a definite candidate otherwise, and we'll have to see when we get to part 2 if we have updates on these players, but hopefully they will not lose him for this tournament. So that's Mohamed Salisu. Next we have central midfielder Abu Francis. He's out with a tibia and fibula fracture since late November, also an unknown return date for him. He is a likely candidate for us here. So I'm going to put both of those in the unknown category. Next we have Mohamed Kudus. I don't think this is going to be a problem. He had a hamstring injury but seems close to recovery from that. So I'm going to put him in the expected back category. We're recording this in February, so there is time for these players to recover, and we will update in part 2. Next, we have right attacking midfielder Ernest Nuama. He was a possible but unlikely candidate for us, but his knee injury was part of the reason for that. He suffered a serious knee injury in April of 2025, quite a long time ago, but he still hasn't played for his club since. We think he might have a better chance if he recovers in time, but we're going to put him as an unknown also. And finally, we have right back Tariq Lamptey. He had several injuries over the recent period. This one was a cruciate ligament surgery, not an injury, but went in for surgery on that. He is due back on April 15th there, which would give him time to recover for the cup where he's selected. So he will be in the expected back category. And again, we will update those in part 2. I'm going to move directly through closing thoughts to previewing part 2, and in part 2 we're going to produce that when the final squad is published. We're hoping they will add a preliminary squad to that, and yes, we will let you know who's on both the preliminary and final squad. We'll basically go through the list that we created here and point out any surprises that would be notable non-selections or unexpected inclusions or any new players that emerge between now and the Cup. And as I've said, we do an update on injuries in section 2. And then one of the things we also focus on is trying to predict the starting lineup for Ghana. So that's it for part 1. That's all we can do. We have to wait for the final squad to be published now. So we hope you join us when that comes out. Join us for part 2 and also join us for our look at other teams. We would like to thank Michael Foster and Pixabay for the wonderful music in this mediacast. The title of the piece used is Look to the Sky, Tribal Dance Beats Native American.